Alright, here's the ingredients. Smucker's natural peanut butter, almond flour, cocoa powder, erythritol, baking powder, salt, unsalted butter, heavy whipping cream, vanilla, and instant coffee, which I forgot. We're going to go ahead and set up our mixer to mix the dry ingredients. We will mix 2.5 cups almond flour. Then we're going to mix in 1 cup erythritol. Next, we're going to mix in 1/2 cup cocoa powder. And we're going to go ahead and mix these dry ingredients up for a minute or two to get them well incorporated. You may have noticed my rookie error by leaving out my 1/2 teaspoon salt and 1/2 teaspoon baking powder. Now it's a good practice to stop your mixer every so often and knock down your dry ingredients to make sure they're well incorporated. Now we're going to add our wet ingredients. First, we're going to add 6 tablespoons room temperature butter. Make sure it's room temperature or it will not incorporate well with the dry ingredients. Then we're going to add 4 tablespoons heavy whipping cream. Next, we're going to add our instant coffee, which is 1 teaspoon instant coffee dissolved in 1 tablespoon warm water. And last, we're going to add the vanilla, and oops, I got to go ahead and incorporate these dry ingredients that I forgot into that. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and mix that up and get the dry and wet ingredients well incorporated. So we'll mix this a couple times, stopping every once in a while and knock the stuff off the side walls and off your spatula. Now it's time to scoop our cookie dough. I use a small cookie scoop, and if you'll notice, I drag it across the edge to even it out. Then notice the crumbs right here. To minimize those crumbs to make a better cookie and a nice cleaner sheet when you get done cooking, you're going to go ahead and take and scrape that dough across the inside edge. Then take it and shake it into the bowl before placing your cookie dough on the cookie sheet. You're going to do this. I like to do it in a pattern of 3 by 4. That's enough spacing for these particular cookies to cook well and evenly. Alright, now I'm going to go ahead and speed up the video as I go ahead and place the remaining cookie dough onto the cookie sheet. You'll notice to the side we have the Smucker's peanut butter, which has not been used yet, and soon you will find out what it's going to be used for. Now with all the cookie dough on the cookie sheet, we're going to go ahead and take our wax paper and lay it over the cookie dough, and this is where the peanut butter comes into play. It needs to be the glass jar of Smucker's, because you're basically using the base of it to evenly make all of your cookies. And as you're pressing these out, do not worry about any of the wrinkles that appear in the wax paper, because this is only your first press. You're going to go ahead and then remove the wax paper, and then you're going to repress them. Do not worry about these cookies sticking. They have plenty of butter in them, and with the butter and wax paper, you will have no problem. Just make sure you tear away at a 45-degree angle. That will stop it from sticking. Since I missed my in the oven, you'll only see the out of the oven. They were placed in the oven at 350 degrees for 7 minutes. Now I put these on parchment paper because I like to go ahead and take the thing and slide them off of the tray itself onto the counter. If you'll notice, on the bottom there's a dark rim around those cookies. The lower cookies were cooked for about 11 minutes. This does change the color of the cookie, but although they look burnt, they're not. You will just get a more rich, darker chocolate flavor out of a longer cooked cookie. I would not go any longer than 11 minutes on these cookies, and the minimum time is 5 minutes at 350. And here are those Choco Keto crisps. I will be using this base recipe in future videos, so please comment below if you'd like to see that. Well, thanks for watching. Please, if you enjoyed the video, like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell.